Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It's Monday, October 23rd, 2023, 8:20 a.m. Eastern, 6:20 a.m. Mountain Time. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. I officially get started in 9 minutes. I jump on early because I'm a crackhead. Just kidding. I'm a crackhead for trading. And I love my friends and I want to do some chart requests. Let me say hello to those friends. Hey, Hector, Tom, Shake and Bake, Greg. Hey, Rob. Topher, hey Andre, Carlos, Donald, Dirham, Tess, Robbins, Stark's mom. No, I don't, Tom. I do not use the micro 10-year in my trading. I don't. I watch the US 10-year. Good morning, Sir Fernando, Jungle Cat. Thank you, Rob. Hey, Basque, Anu, Andre, Mal. Hey, Mike. Gino. Cliff. Hey, Jessica. How's the weather in Coeur d'Alene? I bet it's beautiful. Okay, let me go back up to the top, see if I have any chart requests. I don't see any right now. So right now, the market is attempting a bounce. We are in a precarious situation. We've lost our weekly support. We still have our monthly support. And the question is, will this gap down today mark a temporary bottom in the market? We shall see. Hey, Mark, it works. I'm assuming the audio-visual works. Kevin, the 8 a.m. rebalancing, I do not pay attention to it at all. Some traders trade that range, but I do not. Hey, B-Hawk. The craziest thing in trading is you just keep asking these professional good traders, hey, do you use this? Do you do this? Do you use this? Do you do this? And then when you fall back on your trading style, eventually you're going to pick apart, well, I'll take this piece from Lori. I'll take this piece from Dan. I'll take this piece from Joey. And you just keep building your own strategy with different nuances from several different trader style. I've never seen trader styles match up perfectly with their chart setup, their strategy, their approach, their edge. It's all different and nuanced. So it's important that we aim for an edge that suits our style. Now, I will say the 10 minutes before closing rebalancing and then the 5 minutes before closing when things are matched up, there's a lot of traders that kill that trade setup where if you have a $1 million sell on Apple at 3:50 p.m. Eastern and then at 3:55, that's all matched up and you found buyers and then it reverses from sell to buy. I've seen traders trade that brilliantly. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing. I have enough technical analysis skill set that I can fall back on and not have to wait for that certain time. Now, commodities pick close is a timing thing that I do trade sometimes. So it just varies trader by trader. It's beautiful this year. We are having a beautiful fall in Boise too. Hey, Hindenburg in New Zealand. I know I would love your accent. Hey, Nugget, Scotty. Okay. Hey, OM Cincy. Good morning, Jim. Market is super red overnight, and you can probably guess what my table looks like. It's super red as well. Bears are in control. It is, the bulls have to prove it. And until they prove it, deference has to go to the bears. Bears have it. Edge to the bears. Like if we were holding up hands like a ref in a boxing match, you put your hand over someone, the winner right now, you're putting your hand over the bear's head. They are winning. And if bulls want to come back in the next round and knock out the bears, they've got a lot to prove and they need to do it sooner than later before they lose monthly support. Hey, Ray. We don't have a lot of economic events today. Tomorrow, we have a little bit more. But none. We have one 3-star, that PMI at 9:45 tomorrow. And then this week on Wednesday, gosh, it drives me crazy when I do all this. I don't care about the 2-star or 1-star. Let's just look at it like that. So Fed Chair Powell speaks Wednesday, and I'm hearing from one of our members that it is just an introductory comments. It's not economic comments because we're in the Fed blackout period. Because we have the interest rate decision next week. We have GDP on Thursday and PCE on Friday. And my Lord, earnings are Something to behold. We have Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. So tomorrow we have Google and Microsoft after hours, and then Thursday we have Amazon after hours. Big week. Big week. Hello, Ray. 99 Slacker. Hey, Mr. Gugster. Yeah, if y'all could hit that like button, that'd be great. I officially get started in 3 minutes, so if you have a question, let me know. I have notes that are not off screen, but now they are. I copy and paste those for TCG members when I'm done. If you're on YouTube and you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to get a PDF explanation as to what all of this is on my charts. If you've been trading for longer than a year and studying technical analysis, what if I told you you have enough information and knowledge to be a successful trader, and your infinite quest for the Holy Grail chart and indicator does not exist? You have enough knowledge. The simpler you make it and more straightforward you make it, the better for your overall trading success, in my opinion. And that doesn't come about. You need to spend more time analyzing your trades that you've taken versus spending all that time looking for Holy Grail indicators. Analyze what you're doing, what your edge is, and start weeding out what's not working and focusing on what is working. Eli Lilly, okay. I think the gap down could be for buying. For sure, it could be. Qualcomm, we have a chance. 108.02 is our daily support. We're testing it right here at open. If we can hold that, that would be lovely. 108, then you're looking down at 107.43. It could be worth a gap down buy as long as 108 holds. 108 has to hold. It could be a gap down buy, and we're right here at daily support. So this actually is a great candidate for a gap down buy only if 108 holds. Lilly looks okay. It's not as bad as some of the other charts. It's healthcare. It's the Ozempic name. Daily higher low is the more likely scenario. Hourly chart got oversold back here, but that did not mark the low. So bulls want 57834 to hold as the potential daily higher low and then get a bounce going. And NVO looks similar. NVO looks very similar. You're looking for your daily higher low. Good morning, Joka. Good morning, Trainman Dan. How are you, Dan? I hope you're well. Hindenburg, I just talked about Lilly. You may have to rewind a little bit. I will go over Apple for sure and Tesla. Pinky promise. We've lost monthly support. So it just, when you have a very oversold chart, if you're not coming into a key pivot or support level, it's almost useless. Like you need everything to line up and you want support. That's why Qualcomm looks better than those others, because we still have a support left. Right there, 108, we still have a support left. We need a level. You could wait on a level to develop where you get the low, lower high, higher low, and then higher high, and then you enter. But overall, you want names that have some support left. I'm trying to think of what name I was looking at earlier. I'm like, oh, that name is so beat up. But what does it matter? IWM, that's the one I was thinking about. This is so beat up. It's not beat up on the weekly or daily, but 4-hour RSI is oversold. But what am I playing off? Nope. We got 166.21. Look at that monthly chart. We lost this support right here. We're holding 166. We need 166 to hold before market open for a potential bounce. But you need charts that have levels. Yep, Qualcomm does. I've definitely been watching that one. Howdy. Y'all ready to get started? Let's get this show on the road. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, that would be great. And hint, our big sale is coming up for Black Friday for annual memberships, and you're going to want to pay attention to that and take advantage of it if you so desire. Okay, we went over the economic calendar. We have new home sales Wednesday, GDP on Thursday, and Friday PCE. We have big earnings this week, Microsoft and Google tomorrow, and Amazon Thursday. And we have the interest rate decision next week and Apple next week, and I think Meta next week as well. Bitcoin is on fire. And the dollar was not as strong as I anticipated it to be. When I saw all the red, I thought the dollar would be stronger. So that's a point in favor of market bulls. And Bitcoin is definitely one of the stronger standout charts. And what about, we've been calling it the war chart. It has definitely been the war chart. So when we get a score of over 100, that means reverse back burner day. Meaning we're looking for overbought conditions to potentially top fish. So aggressive bulls are looking to buy dips, buy these gap downs if you have a support level to play off. And conservative bears are waiting for bounces for 5 and 15 minute overbought conditions during regular trading hours for potential top fish. So let's go take a look at the indices, starting with ES. We still have the monthly support in play, 41.54. Still A-OK. No big deal. Tell that to this weekly chart, huh? Weekly, we're in a downtrend. Daily, we're in a downtrend, and we have bullish divergence for now. Price made a lower low. Let me change that color so you can see it. Price made a lower low while RSI is making a higher low. So let's see if market bulls can take advantage of this bull divergence on ES. We got a little bounce going, and that was in part due to dollar pulling back. Dollar's weak. It's red overnight and the market is red. That's unusual. Normally the dollar goes on an excursion upwards when the market's pulling back. We have, where'd you go? There you are. US 10-year. We are still below, well, we hit 5.021. I would still say that's a $5 psych level rejection for now. Market bulls need to see this sit down. TLT needs to stop the bleed lower. We continue to bleed lower on TLT. We need to get back up and reclaim Friday's low. We need TLT to bounce for the market. All right, so ES, we saw the bullish divergence. Now we're going to go to NASDAQ. I'm sorry if I'm making you sick with my scrolling. I'm making myself sick with my scrolling. Okay, NASDAQ, we lost the weekly support. We're looking for a monthly higher low. Now, here's the thing. Here's the ticket. If market bulls want to save this monthly bull flag, this daily lower low can't get a ton of follow through, or bears are really taking over. So monthly bull flag is still on the table. We got a daily bear break without a lot of follow through yet. So we want to get back above these levels, which we have 14586, get back above and start reclaiming levels and changing hourly trends. So on NASDAQ, monthly bull flag is still possible. It's still possible, but bulls need to get on it. All right. RTY, Russell, so weak. So weak. We've lost the 1710 support. We've lost 1700 psych level support. You just don't have any support in this level. Here is a prior low, 1570. Yeah, you just don't have a lot of support in this level. I guess here was a range before 1619 was the high. Maybe that could hold. Russell is leading us to the downside. This is a risk on name, and basically market bears are telling you that we are not in a risk on environment. We're in a risk off environment. And that has changed for Bitcoin. Bitcoin used to be a risk on asset class, and now it is just raging higher as a potential hedge or war chart. I keep calling it the war chart. So 31862 is your next resistance from the weekly chart. We're in a daily uptrend, back burner, and you'll see what this is why we have coin on watch today. Ethereum daily uptrend, 4-hour uptrend. Hourly has pulled back enough for you to possibly scout a lower high, but I would be a more conservative bull and wait for oversold bounces on Bitcoin to trade for longs. All right, Dow, we're here, 33,000. Key psych support that needs to hold. I'm going to go set an alert for this. Dow loves respecting psych levels, especially these $1,000 levels. So 33021, from the weekly chart, and this morning we held 33026. We have a weekly double bottom on the Dow. I need to add that to my notes. I didn't. Okay, I added that to my notes. So this is key for me for the rest of the week is 33,000 holding. Market bulls make a huge stand if they defend 33,000. VIX, we have this weekly resistance here. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. So we got over it last week. On Friday, we got over it here. But on the weekly, we still have a chance to close below it. I am looking for a VIX short today. I'm looking for it to breach this line. Love for it to breach, come back up, and test a lower high. That's one of my top plays for today. And my other top play is a potential oil short, looking for a loss of 86.83. You see that alarm right there? I have it. Have an alert set. Let me know. Let me know if she breaches. All right, Dow, we talked about that. Hang Seng is down 0.72. DAX is recovering well. It was down 1% when I looked at it earlier. So it's definitely recovering well. We know the story with crypto is bullish. Dixie is weak, which should be good for gold, but gold and the dollar are red, which isn't a good sign for gold. Gold had an ideal 2-hour diamond bearish reversal pattern this morning. Gold has been bullish, and bulls that have missed this move are looking for pullback buys. I'm not going to short gold this week, not touching it. So this is a 2-hour potential diamond bearish reversal pattern. And we'll see if market bears, gold bears can do something with this chart. They've been unable to take it down. Nat gas, it's so easy to take down. I could have pinned it. It is continuing its weakness. All right, looking at Apple. Paul, war chart just means that it is benefiting from the war in the Middle East. Gold, oil, and Bitcoin have been benefiting from unrest in the Middle East. And market bulls are saying, we don't want the market, we want these hedges, and they've been buying them. And oil typically benefits from war. Okay, yeah, hit the like button. All right, Apple. Weekly higher low is still possible. Weekly higher low with 4-hour oversold. This is where we typically go bottom fishing for those weekly higher lows. So I like a pullback buy to 170. Man, Apple's so good at honoring these psychological levels. So I like a pullback buy of Apple to 170, and I want to stay gap down here at open. Amazon. A weekly higher low is still possible. 4-hour is oversold. That's typically where we look for it. So you could look for a dip buy compared to 123.85. Nvidia, bulls are fighting to hold 400. What did I tell you I want for my birthday? I want this to flush 400, and I want to try a bounce for that potential monthly bull flag low. That would be a weekly head and shoulders bear break without follow through if we were to break 400 and bulls stop and defend 400. Tesla, we're getting back above Friday's low. We broke the weekly support. We broke the monthly support. This is another name that you just don't have a lot of support in this level, in this area. Hourly, you have a lot of bull divergence. You're making higher lows on RSI while price was making lower lows. So let's see if Tesla can get this bounce going today. It is not a clear setup for me. And we need to focus on easy setups. What's an easy setup? I don't know. Go back and look at your data. What setups are you nailing left and right? Focus on those. If we just show up, like Lance says from SMB Capital, if we show up at the driving range and we just hit 100 balls with no specific intentional focus on maybe the backswing or maybe keeping our head down or the hip swivel, whatever it is. What specific thing are you going to work on with your trading this week? What has not been working? Okay, and then we're going to focus on it this week and hone in on the details. And then we're going to focus on easy setups, and we find those easy setups possibly sizing up. Adobe. Awesome, Mal. Okay, Adobe. So Adobe was from last week. We had this weekly megaphone. This was Friday's Queen of the Mountain. I told you I was looking for a top fish. We had the monthly bull flag, bull break without follow through, weekly megaphone, and then we lost the daily uptrend on Friday. So I like a bounce to short again on Adobe. And we could look at possible 5, 4, 6, 11 as a top fish level. Here on Adobe, you're looking for a reverse back burner on Adobe. Coin's the only long I have on my list for, well, I guess Apple is a long against 170. But as far as my Queen of the Mountain trades, Coin, we have a nice daily EQ tightening pattern. We're up 2% and Bitcoin is screaming higher. I would love to position long in Coin, even though I tell y'all I have to be careful with this one because I have a bear bias. But with the way Bitcoin's behaving, I would love a long compared to 73.62. We'll see if I get it. GDX has been on the list for a while now. I hope y'all got it Friday. Weekly lower high top fish. We got a double bottom. I said I'm not going to short gold, but GDX has been a laggard to gold, so I think a reverse back burner, as long as 3016 resistance holds, could be a good top fish. And USO. USO, I'm not shorting, well, I am open to short oil. Weekly lower high, the more likely scenario compared to 83.29. And I'm looking for a bounce to short on USO. Okay, you're asking about Microsoft earnings. I like to play earnings when they're really beat up going into earnings. Microsoft is not beat up at all. We're holding 50 RSI on the daily chart and weekly chart. We've got some bullish divergence in RSI. This isn't my kind of trade setup. Netflix last week was my type of earnings trade setup. That one was ideal because you were beat up going into earnings. And my other earnings trade this year was Nike. You were beat up going into earnings. And that's what we want. For me, that's my type of trade setup. If you could hit that like button, there are 300 of you and only 102 likes. I'd appreciate it. And I have time for another request. SMCI gap down by, possibly. How many of y'all went to my setup last week and said, you big dummy, you should have traded that? And I showed y'all this megaphone last week. How beautiful is that? Gorgeous. Okay. We're looking for a weekly high or low. 4 hours oversold. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I like it. I like that a lot. I'm moving that up in the Queen of Mountain. Who's going to go? Who's going to get the boot? Nope, not you, not you, you. Okay, I like that. I like that dip buy idea. Gap down for buying on SMCI to possibly mark the weekly high or low. That's definitely going up high on the list. Love it. Corey, nat gas is just weak. It's really weak. I don't have a setup for you. So when I go to a chart, I need that chart to give me compelling reasons to trade it. It has to earn my work, my trade. It has to earn it. And nat gas has done nothing to earn the long trade. Bears have been just having their way with it. We are looking for a weekly high or low, but where does that get set? It could be set soon, but it's just not my setup. PLTR has some good volume in pre-market. We're looking for a weekly high or low. Daily lost the uptrend. 4 hour oversold. I would like it better if it was gapping down. But yeah, it could be looking for the weekly high or low right here. You could possibly look for a long compared to 1559. Yep, I posted about OKTA on Friday. They had a hack, which I think was unfair because it was just one of their employees kept their password and hacked their system. And this is a cybersecurity company, so they're getting beat down, but it actually wasn't a hack. It was an employee. issue, but either way, they're getting punished for it. You will likely fill the gap at 73.79 at market open because you're down so much. This one's just beat up. This is a 3-day no touch rule. PayPal's beat up going into earnings. I wish weekly was oversold. It would be even better. This might be a trade. I'll have to look at this one. Daily's 30 RSI. This could be a decent trade. Roku, you're welcome. And I need to make a disclaimer here. No one from the chart guys will reach out to you and offer to trade for you. We are not licensed, certified to do that legally, and it's against all of our company policy. So if anyone reaches out to you pretending to be Jungle Funk, Denzi, me, Dan, Lamont, we will not trade for you because it is against the law in 4 different ways to Sunday. So just know that I know a lot of you would love that opportunity to have someone trade for you and make you money. I get it. I used to dream about that myself. But let me tell you, the best thing in the world is learning how to trade for yourself and make money. So just know we'll never reach out to you and ask for your crypto wallet. We will never reach out to you, offer to trade for you. If you send us money, those are all scammers. All right? Scam, scam, scam. Roku, looking at the weekly 50 MA, monthly high or low is a more likely scenario with daily oversold. This would be the area to look for it. I thought Roku would have a more positive response to Netflix earnings, if I'm being honest, and maybe I just read it wrong, but that's what I thought it would be more bullish. And this may be where we set the monthly high or low. Tomato juice, oh wait, let me go back up. AUMN. Yep, bye-bye, see ya. I just wave at these. I can't trade this. 4-hour RSI, 83. Look at the head and shoulders in RSI too. Yeah, I can't trade these. There's nothing I can do with it. I just smile and wave. Congratulations, AUMN bulls. Starbucks running into the daily 50 MA overhead. Weekly lower high, the more likely scenario. I would look to top fish a bounce on this one. Easy setup, sizing up. What do I mean? Okay. Market was weak. Friday. I sized up on this trade. So let me show you. Okay, Friday morning at 8 a.m. my time, I posted Netflix has tons of relative strength, noting we have a 2-minute diamond bearish pattern forming and it's not confirmed. So I posted my entries real time. It confirms below 406.36. And then I took the short puts. That is a size up because that's a clear trade. So Netflix was a laggard bear over here. And I had a straightforward bearish pattern. And I knew where I was wrong. So Netflix had been running after earnings on Wednesday and Thursday, went sideways, popped up on Friday, and the market was heavy, super heavy. So when you've got a heavy market, regardless of what your most bullish name is, especially if it's weighted in the ETF, larger ETF, you can get a pull down. So I was looking for this short, and I shorted it, and my best out was from 87 cents to $3, which means $87 to 300. And I screenshotted all of my exits. So you can see I had to exit here at $3. So from $87 to $300 essentially on puts. This is one of my easier setups where I have a bearish pattern confirming the more likely scenario, and Netflix is a laggard bear, and Meta at 300. I mean, how many times did Meta give us 300 back here? It became a broken slot machine for me. Here. So if you're going to keep hitting 300 or 299.50 and bouncing, I'm going to keep trading it, and I'm going to take advantage of you. So that is an easier trade setup. I want to size up. And now let me show you what wasn't an easy setup, and I passed on it, and y'all witnessed it. I passed on this. SMCI, I said, look at that pretty megaphone. And then I zoomed out and I said, wait a minute. This chart looks fine on the daily. We just had a bullish engulfing chart candle. I'm not shorting that. And it turned out to work. But if I were to short that, I would short it with low instrument count or low options because the higher time frames still look bullish. I'm not going to short a pattern just to short a pattern. I need confluence. And confluence of many signals. That equals me sizing up. Meaning, if I got bull divergence, I got 4-hour oversold, looking for a weekly high or low, that's divergence. Now, SMCI here, this is a good size trade setup for me because we're 4-hour oversold, looking for a weekly high or low at the weekly 21 EMA with hourly bull divergence. Did y'all see that? Y'all saw it? So I'm sequencing out, looking at the past and sequencing out what the more likely scenario is. So I would love a higher low here this morning, and then on the bounce, look for a top fish setup. And so I just sequence it out. Thank you. Oh, good. I like coin long, Liam, yes. A link, and then I'm gonna wrap it up, or wrap it up, or rake it up. That's one of the best songs, Rake It Up. Link is a beautiful chart, nice equilibrium, which Dan touts as one of the better patterns that you can find because you have a tightening range, and you can position yourself within that range, or you can take the break out or break down. This is a beautiful breakout. It's beautiful. Monthly high or high. Play on, playa. Play on. Okay, y'all asked me something. Oh, FSR is the other one. So we talked about this one last week. I was not willing to short it, but here's another tightening pattern we talked about last week. And I showed y'all that I had alerts set for the bull break or the bear break. It broke bear below 598. Look at that follow through. Look at it. Tightening pattern for the win. And that's why coin is on our list today. Tightening pattern for the win. All right, y'all hit that like button. I'm going to wrap it up. And TCG members, I'll have these notes over to you in a second. And y'all use stop losses.